Brian's official, and it's about the world.
Hey!
Breaking news! French president teaching Africans how to behave. Colonial mindset? When I look at this,
You're not waiting your turn.
This is a total lack of respect.
it feels like a France still trying to lecture Africa, reminding people of France's colonial history across the continent.
If you want to stay here, we listen to the people.
Follow and comment, is it normal diplomacy or colonial mindset?
What does that tell you? That in their minds, African countries are still fit for colonization. Remember that the DNA of the colonizer does not change.
What is Macron trying to do is trying to raid the former colonies of the United Kingdom and Portugal. That is why you've seen Emmanuel Macron in Luanda, in Angola. You've seen Emmanuel Macron in South Africa. And you've seen Emmanuel Macron very present in Kenya, which is going to host the Franc-Afrique meeting. What is Franc-Afrique meeting? The first Franc-Afrique meeting was held in 1973. If you ask the French, they'll say it is the then president of Niger, Hamani Diori, who asked for the meeting. But the truth was that it was the then French Prime Minister Georges Pompidou who asked for the meeting, and the meeting was held in Paris. And the whole idea was that the French wanted to keep their former colonies under their economic check.
But there are Africans who are offended, who found it rude and disrespectful for the French president to come here on African soil and tell them what to do, how to behave. They consider it offensive and another sign of the French condescension toward Africa. He stood up in front of a room full of Africans and said this. Some Africans consider it a total lack of respect from President Emmanuel Macron. They see that as the continued infantilization of Africans, a European former colonial master telling Africans how to behave. And they ask the question, do you think an African president would do that in Paris? Or would President Macron do that in the US? So that is the assumed authority that he took here that others maybe would not have, suddenly other African presidents would not do in Europe. And yes, it's annoying when the room is noisy, and he did the right thing by, trying to calm people down. But the optics of this are all wrong, especially when you consider what President Macron told Africans here, that we come to the table as equal partners, but then they see stuff like that and they say, this is why you're getting shunned in the west of Africa and former French colonies, Polo.
And of course, many in Africa, they do view China perhaps more favorably than former colonial powers like France, as you know, Larry.
We will not allow ourselves to be exploited again, because we know what we must do. We will not allow ourselves again to be slaves of anybody. We are going to take charge of our own future.
Controversial video of the president of France, Emmanuel Macron. What's your take about the video? Please let us know your comment and your mind. We are the brand's official, and it's all about the world. I'm out.